It's now friendship aside, as Terence Crawford and Oleksandr Usyk had a heated stare down that got everyone talking.
We'll go together to Dubai. We're gonna be in Dubai. How long are you gonna be in Dubai?
Though a fight between the pair is generally impossible, several speculations have been flying about something even more intense. Terence Crawford and Oleksandr Usyk have been known to share a very good relationship until they recently had a stare down. The pair of boxing heroes are just two of the three male boxers to become undisputed champions at two weight classes, with Naoya Inoue being the third boxer to do so.
I'm coming out there with
We'll go together.
Despite the heated stare down that happened between the pair, everyone can agree we'll never see a fight between Terence Crawford and Oleksandr Usyk anytime soon or ever. Oleksandr Usyk was undisputed at the cruiserweight division before defeating Tyson Fury by split decision to become undisputed in the heavyweight division.
It's back up. Oh! Usyk!
On the other hand, Terence Crawford was undisputed at the super lightweight division before his win over Errol Spence Jr. last July made him the undisputed champion at the welterweight division. The distance of their weight classes is enough reason why boxing fans can't get deluded to the point of expecting a matchup between them. However, the stare down they had got everyone talking, and of course, there have been speculations about them planning an exhibition fight in the future.
Together to Dubai. We're gonna be in Dubai. How long are you gonna be in Dubai?
till the 19th.
We're gonna be till 17.
I leave Sunday.
Terence Crawford is edging towards his 37th birthday, and Oleksandr is currently 37. Hence, the boxing days of the former undisputed champions are numbered, and sooner than later, the pair of future Hall of Famers will retire from the sport. Hence, an exhibition fight is very possible between the pair, but other than that, we see no real reason for the stare down. Terence Crawford didn't waste any time before praising Oleksandr Usyk for his incredible victory against Tyson Fury. After winning the bout, Usyk gained the World Boxing Council title to go along with the World Boxing Association, International Boxing Federation, and World Boxing Organization belts he already owned.
In favor of Oleksandr. Fury.
Following the victory, Crawford took to X, formerly Twitter, and shared his thoughts on the iconic event. In the tweet, Terence Crawford urged fight fans to reevaluate the amount of respect for Oleksandr Usyk and his achievements. According to The American, Oleksandr Usyk is leading the race for the pound-for-pound #1 boxer in the world. Here's what Crawford wrote. "Man, y'all better put some respect on Oleksandr Usyk, man. He's definitely a candidate for #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I'm no hater. He beat the man that beat the man in a bigger division, giving what he's already done. Salute, brother." Following the victory, Usyk improved his unbeaten record to 22 wins, out of which 14 came via knockout. On the other hand, Fury suffered his first ever professional loss after 34 victories and 1 draw. Notably, Fury wasn't satisfied with the decision and claimed that he won the fight. The Brit even blamed the Ukraine war for fans and judges sympathizing with Usyk.
Total. Oh, there's a left from Usyk. That would be the elephant. That would be the candidate.
Tyson Fury on the Usyk decision. His country is at war, so people are siding with someone whose country is at war. I won that fight. Usyk was overwhelmed with emotion, and he couldn't control his tears following this win. The war in his native Ukraine has been ongoing for a few years, and he has made many personal sacrifices to follow his boxing goals. Surely a multi-division champion like Terence Crawford would understand it more than anybody else. Crawford is surely qualified to evaluate, considering that he has held world championships in multiple different weight classes. He possesses a 40-0 record, and at the time, held the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Council, International Boxing Federation, and World Boxing Organization welterweight title. This shows how highly Usyk is regarded by Crawford, as he could be considered a candidate for the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Terence Crawford and Oleksandr Usyk are both at the height of their games right now. Both fighters are unbeaten and quite similar in their fighting styles. They are both renowned for their ability to change stances quickly and effectively during a battle. While talking about Crawford, Usyk credited the fighter's skill set. According to the Ukrainian, everybody, including himself, can learn a lot from Bud.
But it's very smart, man. It's very smart. But feel.
Here's what the fighter said. There are some similar things when Terence switches his stance, but it's normal. All fighters from all over the world watch each other's fights and absorb some positive things. Then when you watch someone doing something extraordinary for you, you try it in training, and if you succeed, you feel like, wow, that's great. I can use it in my fights as well.
Distance and place, like
adjustments,
spacing,
exactly.
boxing.
Usyk would be fighting Fury in a title rematch, which would have been announced to take place on the 21st of December. While the world of boxing is in utmost anticipation of the fight, the heavyweight clash on May 18th was a massive hit among fight fans, and they would be excited for the rematch.
It's
Wow.
my friend, but it's crazy, man.
And when it was time for Oleksandr Usyk to return the favor, he picked Terence Crawford as a favorite to win in the proposed fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Oleksandr Usyk, when asked about Crawford and Canelo, backed Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez. Reports indicate that the Saudis want to make Crawford versus Canelo at the end of the year or the beginning of next year. Bud is preparing to face Israel Madrimov in his first fight at 154 pounds.
Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo.
Terence win.
A victory makes him a 4-division champion, as he will pick up Madrimov's World Boxing Association title. That takes Crawford closer to becoming undisputed, having done so at 140 and 147. A fight with Canelo has raised serious questions over whether the weight gap will be too much. Crawford would be coming up from 154 pounds to 168 for Alvarez's undisputed super middleweight title. Charlo did something similar when the former undisputed champion rose from 154 pounds.
Terence, it's different, man. Terence work in две стойка.
Two sides.
Two sides.
Right.
And
switch hitter.
He's a switch hitter.
During the fight, it was clear that Charlo no longer had the same speed, nor were his punches having the same impact. He was dropped in a one-sided fight. While he made it to the final bell, it was not a competitive fight. And yet Usyk showed in his fight with Tyson Fury that size does not matter. In the build-up, he claimed that if size matters, then the elephant would be the king of the jungle.
Stop it!
A shot right across the body through that.
Size doesn't matter. If it did, then the king of animals would be the elephant. I am a heavyweight, Usyk said. And truly, Usyk did show that size was nothing. During the Fury fight, Usyk was around 40 pounds lighter. He also had a 7-inch reach disadvantage. And yet, as the fight began, Usyk was dominating. The Ukrainian almost stopped Fury in round 9, only for the referee to give the Gypsy King a standing 8 count.
Right.
He's a switch hitter.
Yes.
He's a switch hitter.
Yes.
Right and left. But
Based on what he had seen, Usyk felt Crawford's skills would be too much. On Crawford, Usyk said, "Terence is my friend, but he's a crazy man. I say Terence wins. Listen, Terence is a different man. Terence works in 2 stances. He's a very smart man," Usyk said. Since Terence Crawford's win over Spence, the 36-year-old has made it clear that he only wants legacy-building fights before he hangs up the gloves, with super middleweight champion Saul Canelo Alvarez being his main target.
I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me.
Crawford surprised fans and analysts when, after his statement, Errol Spence Jr., 7 victory to become undisputed at 147, said he wanted to move up 3 divisions to 168 to fight Canelo for his 4 world titles. The Mexican hasn't entertained the call-out much, claiming he would get no credit for beating the smaller man and saying the fight wasn't in his immediate plans. Still, he has been open that money is a driving factor in his decision-making and won't rule the Bud bout out entirely. With that in mind, he was asked by Fight Hype back in 2022 if it would be a tough fight to train for. I think Crawford would be tough to prepare for because he is southpaw and orthodox. I think he's a very difficult fighter.
He deserves it. I like Spence, but I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything, but I knew. I think is...
Canelo then revealed the two keys to victory: patience and body shots. Just be patient. Prepare myself like always and be patient. Work the body, but I think being patient is the key. Everybody looks for the head, and it's very difficult to hit that kind of fighter in the head. However, the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority revealed to ESPN that he is looking at making the super fight in either December or January over in the United States. Saudi Arabia has virtually taken over the combat sports world, especially boxing. And the face of all of this is Turki Al-Sheikh.
They make a big deal. Hey, listen, face of boxing, Mr. Knockout King right here.
From making deals with the UFC to inviting high-profile guests to boxing events, he has done it all. Now he is after another thing, getting Canelo Alvarez to agree to fight Terence Crawford. I'm working to deliver Canelo, but it will be a big fight for Crawford. Al-Sheikh said, I'll discuss with him the names. Former two-weight undisputed champion Crawford is working with Al-Sheikh for his upcoming clash against World Boxing Association super welterweight champion Israel Madrimov on August 3rd in Los Angeles.
Wants Benavidez to challenge Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol winner, and would like to make Canelo versus Terence.
Providing he wins that fight against Canelo, should come next for Bud. You got two of the top fighters of this decade, not just in the past year or so. Crawford said of a possible showdown with Canelo, you got two fighters that have been at the top for 10 years, you got the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and you got the #1 money man. I never like to overlook anybody. I got a fight coming up on August 3rd, and that's where my main focus is. Canelo proved he is still the best 168-pounder on the planet when he retained his undisputed super middleweight titles on Saturday night against Jaime Munguia via unanimous decision. Crawford was in attendance for the fight and delivered his verdict in the immediate aftermath.
Canelo kind of looked like he carried him, though.
What do you think about that fight in terms of you fighting Canelo? Did you see opportunities for yourself?
Most definitely.
What kind?
A lot.
I thought it was a good fight, he added. I thought Munguia fought hard. I just think his inexperience caught up to him and made him fall in and square up, and not stepping in with his punches allowed Canelo to sit back, counter, and pick his shots. Canelo was a real patient. Al-Sheikh is also planning to stage a UK-USA 5 vs 5 event for December in the same format as the Queensberry Matchroom 5 vs 5 on June 1st, but with a team of British boxers competing against a team of Americans. This is all part of the Saudi boxing chief's plan to fix boxing. Boxing is broken, but I think we don't need to get everything back together, said Al-Sheikh.
It is the heavyweight.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, you are in serious trouble. You are in serious trouble.
Indeed, boxing sat atop the global sports landscape for much of the 20th century. But with the best matchups being relegated to pay-per-view, the sport's lack of centralized governing body, and the minimization of pugilism at the Olympics, the sport has waned in popularity since. We need to improve it with something else. We have a strategic vision where we have identified untapped opportunities and are committed to market improvement. The fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford will surely be one of the biggest boxing fights ever. They're two boxing titans that hold all the gold in their respective divisions, but a matchup between them has always looked impossible. However, if recent events are anything to go by, a mega fight between undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez and former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford might be moved from the fantasy fight section into reality. Canelo Alvarez boasts 61 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses, while Terence Crawford is unbeaten with 40 wins in all 40 fights with 31 knockout victories. Both fighters had their last outings end with dominant triumphs. Canelo outpointed Jaime Munguia, while Crawford destroyed Errol Spence Jr. in a long-awaited super fight. As a result, both fighters are in high demand, with fans and media hyping up a potential showdown between them. The Saudi promoter, who now holds sway over major promotions and is surging as the fulcrum of boxing, remains committed to ensuring he has the biggest fight made. With his venturing into American soil with Israel Madrimov versus Crawford in Los Angeles on August 3rd as a Riyadh season event, the signs are clear. Usyk is known for his deep pockets and love of sports, and he is determined to bring Crawford his fight of choice. He wants to fix boxing, and one way to do it is to stage fights that fans want to see, like Alvarez versus Crawford. So, the 42-year-old has expressed his desire to pour his money in and make it happen. He told ESPN's Mike Coppinger, "I will give Canelo what I think is a fair price. If he accepts it, he deals directly with me to finish the deal. I don't want anyone in the middle. I guaranteed Crawford a big fight. I want Canelo for Crawford, and Crawford wants Canelo. But if Canelo is crazy with his financial demands, I will still guarantee Crawford any fight he wants." The GEA linchpin has already taken the heavyweight division by its horns and helped stage Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury. He was looking to expand his influence on other weight categories too. Unquestionably, Alvarez versus Crawford is the perfect opportunity to do it. Will he be able to splash close to $150 million once demanded by the Mexican champion for fighting David Benavidez? The price tags don't deter His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. But why is Crawford, 36, hell-bent on fighting the super middleweight champion? Crawford at 40-0 has almost cemented his legacy with a win over Errol Spence Jr., becoming undisputed at 147. However, he wants to close his career with a bang, with the biggest fight of his career, and he sees Alvarez, 34, as the perfect fit. Bud specified the same when he sat down with Ariel Helwani and declared, "Canelo's gonna bring way more to my legacy, way more to my bank account. I want to have a legacy. That's something that people talk about for the ages. I want to have a bank account that lasts as well." But while Usyk predicted the fight in favor of Terence Crawford, their stare down makes things look like there's been some damage to his relationship with Terence Crawford. Rather than stare downs, what friends do is to share more relaxed moments and memories. But it remains to be seen how serious this intense stare down really is, as it's not expected that their friendship suddenly becomes sour.
They over here cheating me. Me and Usyk, the undisputed champions of the world.
However, many fans believe the whole stare down was all a joke and attempt to catch some fun. A fan tweeted on X, formerly Twitter, "Usyk and Crawford are great friends, they're just having fun." Another fan quipped, "We won't be seeing a fight ever, so don't leave us deluded." A third compared this with the funny stare down that happened in Tokyo, Japan last weekend between Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. The fan wrote, "Doing like Garcia and Pacquiao, only that they didn't laugh. LOL."
Mayweather fought Canelo win, but Canelo was like, it was overwhelmed.
Actually, one of the most exciting things that happened this past weekend was when Ryan Garcia squared up to Manny Pacquiao during the latter's weigh-in for his fight with Japanese kickboxer Rukia Ampo. While the 45-year-old has been linked with a return against World Boxing Council welterweight champion Mario Barrios, Garcia is currently banned for a year after testing positive for Ostarine.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. Shout out Japan.
The news meant his win over Devin Haney was turned into a no contest. Ryan has been linked with an exhibition in Japan as he went out to see Manny fight. Garcia walked in during the weigh-in at the Tokyo Westin. The crowd gave him huge cheers. However, it was not all smooth sailing. One of the undercard fighters exchanged words with Garcia before showing him his two middle fingers. Garcia returned the favor before standing up, as the two could have had an altercation.
Hello, Ryan Garcia here. My announcement is this. I'm headed to Japan.
Garcia's presence at the Risen event inconvenienced a Japanese kickboxer who was going toe-to-toe with his opponent, to the point where he shoved his opponent away to get closer to Ryan, who was in the audience intending to start a brawl with him. Ryan Garcia was very well protected by his security team, who immediately reacted to the Japanese fighter's provocation. Just moments before this altercation, the Japanese kickboxer insulted Ryan from the stage by showing him the middle finger repeatedly until Garcia replied in kind. This provoked a furious reaction from the Oriental fighter, who tried to get to Garcia to hit him. Event security pulled the fighter off the stage, while Ryan yelled at him from behind his bodyguards who surrounded and protected him at all times. Regardless of the chaos, Garcia's visit to Japan was marked by a notable meeting with Filipino boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. The two fighters posed together for a photo, causing a stir on social media. Pacquiao, 45, has previously expressed interest in facing younger fighters, including Garcia, something that would be extremely eye-catching for the boxing world.
The Holy Bible, and I'm headed to Tokyo. I'll see you guys soon. Arigato.
Hopefully, the stare-down of Oleksandr Usyk and Terence Crawford is this way, else we might see one of the finest boxing friendships end. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.